Today I'm going to share with you top 10 hidden gems of romance anime. These are one of the best romance anime of all time that no one knows about. So let's get right into it. First one is Kigehiro. Yoshida is a random guy who finds a little girl in the middle of the night sitting alone when he offers her to crash a night in his house. I know what kind of anime you think this is. I thought the same. But both of us were wrong because this anime is much more than just fan service. Yes, it absolutely has some fan service, especially at the start, but that is not the important part. Ogiwara is a teenager who escaped from her house and now staying in a random guy's home. From the start, series development is very fan servicey, but then it shows the real reason why this anime is so good. Kigehiro is not the usual type of romance anime. Focus is more to the life of Ogiwara and her struggles, but we still get the cutesy stuff. Next one is Say I Love You. Basically, Tachibana is a high school student who doesn't have any friends. She is completely disconnected from the social life. But after meeting Yamato, everything changed. Yamato is one of the popular boys who can get any girl in this high school. Him being very bored from all this, he discovers Tachibana, who is nothing like the other girls. She is very defensive and rough with him, and that's what he likes about her. Yamato always takes a first step and tries to break her shell. This anime not only shows us romance stuff, but many other trials of being a teenager. Characters are very well written as well. We have other couples and characters that represent how being a teenager feels like. I love this anime. Say I Love You is one of the best hidden gem of romance anime out there. Next one is Real Girl. Hikaru is a high school student who usually spends his time playing games until he was obligated to do school chores with Iroha. From the start, Iroha seems like a run-through girl who just seeks physical pleasures. But after meeting Hikaru, everything changed. It turns out that Iroha is sweet, genuine girl, and after a few episodes, they got together as a couple. No spoilers, but I don't know how to feel about the ending, though. For me, I wasn't expecting that, so I was a little shocked and confused. But overall, I didn't regret watching Real Girl for a second, so you should definitely check it out. Next one is Call of the Night. There's a girl named Nazuna who is vampire and needs blood to survive. And in one random night, she meets Yamori, who she sucks blood from. Nazuna instantly liked his blood and tries to make this repetitive thing. Because of the situation, they start to catch feeling to one another. Nobody would have guessed that despite her being a vampire, she is actually very normal and cutesy girl. To be honest, I wasn't expecting anything from this anime, but in reality, Call of the Night is now one of my favorite romance anime. Next one is Orange. One morning, Takamiya receives a letter in the mail claiming to be from herself 10 years in the future. The letter reveals a series of events that are supposed to take place that day. At first, Takamiya thinks it's just a prank, but when the letter mentions a transfer student named Naruse, who really ends up transferring into her class later that day, she is forced to believe in its contents. As Takamiya continues to read the letter, her future self mentions several regrets, urging herself to take the right decisions now. Somehow, these regrets all seem to be connected to Naruse. All I'm gonna say about this anime is that it's very interesting. Maybe a little sad and dark, but 100% must watch anime. Next one is My Little Monster. Shizuku is apathetic toward her classmates, only caring about her grades. But her cold view of life begins to change when she meets Haru, a violent troublemaker who stopped attending class after getting into a fight early in the school year. None of them have any friends, and much to Shizuku's surprise, he randomly proclaims that she will be his friend and immediately confesses his feelings toward her upon meeting her. At first, Shizuku has a hard time understanding her relationship with Haru, but slowly their friendship begins to progress, and she discovers that there is more to Haru than violence. She begins to develop feelings for him, but is unsure what kind of emotions she is experiencing. Next one is Sing Yesterday for me. Basically, Uozumi is a normal guy with a normal job who doesn't have any motivation and goals in his life. He just works at a grocery store. But one day, girl shows up and changes everything. At the start, Haru is secretly in love with Uozumi, but she confesses her love very beginning of the series. Unfortunately, Wazumi is not interested in her yet because he has a crush of his own, a girl named Shinako. This anime is far better than it looks like. I love how straightforward they are because these two girls blatantly say to each other that both of them like Wazumi, especially Haru did. It also has a lots of depth to it, ex-boyfriends and experiences that are very important for this plot. You should definitely watch this one, you will not regret it. Next one is Insomniacs After School. Ganta is a normal high school student who has insomnia, which basically means he struggles to sleep most of the time. So he tries to find a place in school that is not crowded so that he could lay down sometimes. That's where he meets Isaki, who also has insomnia. They instantly bond over their struggles and slowly starting to get closer to each other. This one is not like the other romance anime. It's mainly about finding a soulmate and really getting to know each other. You wouldn't find any fan service in this anime, but I am sure some of you will enjoy and appreciate the writing. Next one is Cyberpunk. Dreams are doomed to die in Night City, a futuristic Californian metropolis. As a teenager living in the city's slums, David stumbles to beautiful data thief Lucy, who offers to team up with him. But associating with Lucy introduces David to the world of edge runners, cyborg criminals who will break any law for money. Shortly after this, Lucy betrayed David and left him with mixed feelings, and that's why he can't get her out of his head. While edge runners' work continues, they are getting closer and closer to each other. I absolutely love this anime. Their relationship is so good that I shed a few tears in the end. I absolutely recommend Cyberpunk. And last but not least is Dreaming Boy is a realist. Firstly, don't make a mistake and skip this anime because of the bad title. Wataru is a high school student who is obsessed with Aika, his classmate. He is very straightforward with his crush publicly, and that's why she is very distant from him. But after a while, he finally realizes that something needs to change, so he doesn't pursue her anymore. After a while, Aika misses all of this attention and starts to show interest in Wataru, and that's when the fun begins. Well, that was for today. If you like this video, then watch these other ones too.